Bottom line is that as much as my time in public office has taught me certain things, it was growing up where I did that taught me a few things. When you talk about cuts to the workforce, unionized workforce in the state, you're talking about cutting people like my mom and other people who are like them. Those are the people who have the least stability, economic stability in the society. Those are the people who are most likely to go to welfare, be unemployed, on unemployment, and all of the problems that happen when you don't have money. The behaviors that your kids will get into. The things that take you in the wrong direction rather than in the correct direction. And as someone said, you got two places about how you can wind up. You can wind up in a college, or you can wind up in a correctional institution. Right. If you get on the right path, get a good education, you got a shot. This budget cuts money for community colleges. This money raises tuition on SUNY, some of which we've already had passed. This budget does a lot of things to make education harder to come by. So I'm assured that in 20 years, a child is going to wind up with education, or they're going to wind up with incarceration. One of those two paths. And that's part of the argument, I think, that's being made tonight by these people who are struggling. It is not going to be easy to do the things we need to do, and the numbers don't completely add up. There will most likely be cuts in this budget of some sort. They don't have to start out with the way these cuts are presented to us. And that's really why your public coming to a meeting like this, those of you who have an opinion to share, and I'm going to stop a second, sit down, just listen for the next hour or however long we're here, and try to answer any questions you have. Because this is a tough budget. We're all prepared to make some sacrifice. It has to be everybody in society. I'm personally prepared to take a pay cut if I have to. I don't make that much, $79.5, but $79.5 is more than many of you make.
Yes,
so if I have to take a cut while somebody's getting a raise from $175 to $195, I'll take a pay cut because it's the fair thing to do. But the bottom line is it's got to be even throughout the society, so that the burden is shared by everybody. Having said that, if I had a magic answer, I'd use it. But I think the tool is one part the taxes we have to raise on income, not on use of fees. Part of it is the stimulus money that we have. And part of it is restructuring these tax, these spending cuts, so that we're more careful about what we're cutting and we're not taking any tax.
Okay, let's look at some of the things that were mentioned here tonight. You know, I'm a Democrat, so much of what you've heard tonight are things that I will be supporting. For example, I'm very much for universal health care. I've been for it for 30 years. You see how far my advocacy has gotten me. Like, well, I should say that. We have gotten this, we have done something. For example, in the state of New York, we do have some very fine programs, and I hope you avail yourself of them. We have Family Health Plus, and we have Child Health Plus. So if you have children and you don't have insurance, please avail yourself of Child Health Plus. And if you call my office, we can tell you how to go about that. Also, as you know, we have programs federally funded partially for things like WICs, Women, Infant, and Children, which can benefit you if you have small children. So you should utilize what is out there, the things that the government is offering to you, and hey, why not take money and utilize these programs? So yes, I will continue to fight for universal health care until we finally get it. But we are in New York State in a much better spot than almost any other state in the Union, because we do have these other programs which are there to help low-income people and also middle-low income people. As far as closing the loopholes in corporate America, of course, I have been working in that direction, and we will start to see some advancements made in that area. Also, we have to give out our economic development monies to the wrong people. And so we are putting down new law and saying, if you are going to accept our economic development monies, you have to be hiring people in the area in which you are constructing your new building. And that has not always been, in fact, that has rarely been in the past.
Basically, I feel that we need a program of jobs and not jails, and that we should make education tuition free for everyone, at least to get a 2-year degree from community college. And so my comment would be, I just think we are going to need a very strong social movement to push the government now, because as the economy gets worse, there's going to be fewer jobs, and this crisis actually could get worse. So I really support the idea of more people going to Albany or going to New York City. We need to get out there and be speaking out about these problems. So this forum is an excellent start, and I thank WestHELP for hosting this.
I know that everybody knows the economic crisis that's going on, and I have no need to voice our opinions, but why does it take that for events to happen like this for a lot of people? I know we have to show that we care about the problem, but as you can see, a lot of people aren't here today. And as you can see up there, a lot of us didn't come either. That shows us something.
We're the representatives. This is ridiculous. We don't have our representatives here for us to voice what's going on, how it's affecting our lives, our families. It's not right. This is not right.
We've got to get more active. The rich people are out there, they're paying politicians to do their bidding.
That's right.
All right? We can't compete with that. We can compete with our numbers. So we have to get involved, whether it's in our shelter, whether it's in our community-based organization, with our tenants association, our neighborhood. We've got to get involved. Things are going to get worse before they get better, so we've got to come together.